Fox 40 is your local election headquarters, and voters will have to make lots of choices in the upcoming June primary. For those in Sacramento County, one of them will be choosing a new district attorney for the first time in 8 years. It's an office that has had a contentious history with the public in recent times, fencing off its building from the public in the wake of the Stephon Clark killing and non-prosecution of the officers involved as the community staged repeat protests. I'm joined now by two members of the SAC for the People Coalition who want to make sure those voters have the most information about the candidates before them prior to marking their ballots. Marshall Arnwine is with me live. He also works on criminal justice and police practice issues for the ACLU. And Kaleema Mutaki is also here. Her day job is with SAC Act, but is also with SAC for the People. Welcome to Fox 40 News at 11, you two.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you.
Now, SAC for the People is gearing up for its second forum of this election season for this race. Full disclosure, I hosted the first one back on January 22nd with candidates Alana Matthews and Tian Ho, and I'll be hosting this Saturday's forum. We want to stress both have been and will be nonpartisan events. This is an effort at voter education. Marshall, why is that so important for SAC for the People?
Voting is important, but what's more important is an educated voter. So what we hope to do here this Saturday is to provide a platform to provide relevant candidate information so that people can make an informed decision this June 7th for the primary elections.
Kaleema, do you find that people end up seeing themselves on election day, oh, I need to vote, and I really haven't done any research? Is that something that you've heard out in the community and thought there needs to be a lot more education about some of these races?
Yes, definitely. And we found that people like a variety of different resources. So providing them with this visual tool, this recording of the forum, and allowing them to go back and rewind ends up being very useful when they go to the polls for voter education.
That is an important component because, you just don't necessarily hear everything the first time. It's a lot of information coming at people at once. The last forum, and again, this is a forum, not a debate, so each candidate has a specific amount of time to answer a question, and there's not really a window for that gratuitous kind of going at each other that we see sometimes. So the last forum touched on topics like how these candidates might avoid immigrants being double punished by both the criminal court system and immigration legal system, and what their plans might be for diverting low-level nonviolent offenders to treatment and rehabilitation programs that address the root causes of crime. What's the focus for this Saturday, and how did that become the focus? Kaleema, let's start with you.
Yeah, so the focus is racial equity and restorative justice, and we know that the DA's office touches a lot of issues that intersect with racial equity. And so we want to make sure that we're being informed of the candidates' policies and practices that they have in mind pertaining to the issue, as well as how they are approaching the position from a racial equity lens.
Marshall, racial equity and kind of restorative justice is sort of already in your bailiwick. So right away, did you see this as an important issue for this particular race?
Yes, it's an important issue because there are times where community members may be unaware of the plethora of policy issues that affect communities, such as mental health, homelessness, police accountability, restorative justice. And we're providing this platform so people can understand how much power that the DA office holds and influence on these policies that affects our communities and neighborhoods.
You all had planned this focus for Saturday's forum long before this month's mass shooting on K Street in Sacramento. But with the police revelation that the shooting involved rival gang members, for some people in our community, that has taken on a racial component, and they see racial implications ahead for the investigation and prosecution of this case. Why is this new situation an example of maybe why people need to really pay attention to the district attorney position? Marshall, I think you kind of talked about it a little bit earlier with the full scope, but Kaleema, what are your thoughts there?
We definitely want to make sure that in any case that the people that represent us approach issues with a racial equity lens. And I think that, this tragedy that took place really just highlights the importance of people needing to vote and highlights how real and how connected the issue is.
Marshall, anything else you'd like to say about kind of this focus right now, given what's just happened in the area this month?
Yes. Due just to the tragic gun violence that we've seen, when voting for a DA, we still want to educate people on how a DA influences how gun violence can be addressed, but also having a compassionate lens not to over-criminalize when dealing with gun violence and issues that affect our communities.
And this forum will be filled with voter questions. What kinds of things are they referencing in their submissions so far, Marshall? What do they want these candidates to answer to?
A few things that we've seen so far is the relationship between law enforcement and the district attorney's office, and how the district attorney can hold police accountable when there's serious misconduct. And we've also seen an outcry from the community on wanting to help those who are suffering with mental illness, and how we can help these community members through a restorative justice lens.
Khalima, anything else you'd like to add there?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of folks, the questions they've submitted are centered around what real life experience and what lens are both candidates coming at this issue around. Of course, racial equity is something that affects all of us. So being able to hear their stories and hear their narratives is also very important.
Now, we were in the middle of Omicron and winter for your last forum. Now you're up against sunshine, loosened pandemic restrictions. Are you concerned that with all of those factors, even though we're actually closer to the election now, that people are kind of not paying attention at this point? They can still register, right, Khalima?
Yes, absolutely. And we're really emphasizing that this is, it's over Zoom, so it's something that you can have on your phone while you're at the park with your kids. Just tune in. You can also view the recording after the event. But really just want to emphasize that even if you just take away a little bit of information, this is super useful and will end up informing your vote.
All righty, and that is happening this Saturday. We're going to be linking all of the information and how to register to our website, fox40.com. Marshall, Khalima, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Take care.